Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Donna from Donna's DIY. Today we're going to get started on this trunk that I found at a thrift store, and I bought this one for only 20 bucks. And we're going to paint it up today and probably make it shabby chic, and we're going to do our own chalk paint. And we're going to do that with this BBFrosch powder, and if you stay tuned, we're going to show you how to do that, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to stay updated on my latest videos. Okay, so let's just jump on in, and what we're going to use is this BBFrosch powder, and this is a paint transformer to make your regular paint into chalk paint. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to use just your basic white paint from the hardware store. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to mix our paint up, and we're going to take our BBFrosch powder. So you get one of these little cards in there, and it says 2 heaping tablespoons of the powder. So this is 8 ounces, and you're going to use 8 ounces of paint, any paint. So here's our powder. There's heaping, huh? So there's heaping. There's 2 of that. And now, what does it say? 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of water. So let's do that. I have my water. Here's 1. Let's do a half. Then you have a little mixer. Just mix it up to like donut glaze consistency. I'm adding a little just more water than they recommend. And you're supposed to fill it up with paint. And then you want to stir the lid on, and we're going to shake this on up. Hopefully it'll turn out. Okay, so what we do first is we always clean with Amy Howard's clean slate. So let's put that on, get this thing cleaned up so we can try out our new paint. And just rub this all over. Gets all the wax and dirt off. Got it all cleaned up. We're going to try this paint out. Hopefully it turns out, otherwise we have to repaint it all over again. This is actually their brush too, BBFrosch. It's a small brush. Nylon brush. This one's from Amy Howard. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to finish up the first coat, and then we'll go on to the next step. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take one of these artist brushes and go in some of these little cracks here. So basically you get the idea. We're going to do 2 coats over this whole thing, and then we're going to come back and do some other colors on it. I painted it 2 coats, and the finish turned out okay. If I was just going to leave it white, I'd probably do 1 more coat. I don't know, this is probably like the 3rd time I've used the BBFrosch method, where you mix up your own chalk paint. And for some reason, under dark stuff, to me it doesn't cover as well as other chalk paint. So now what I'm going to do, because what I don't like is in these corners where you can see little gaps, I like to put this filler, any type of white caulking, put in the corners. That way you don't see all these little cracks that I just don't like, because I'm going to do another color on top. So I want to make sure this is filled in. See, that looks great like that. You're going to do that all around. You don't have to, but that's just what I like. See how these little things right here, I don't like that. Now what I'll do is I'll come back over it with the white paint before I go on to the next step. Okay, so now that that has dried, I'm just going to go back over those spots with the white just to get one last coverage of it all, and then we're going to put the glaze on top. Okay, so we're going to let that dry and then come back, and we're going to do this really cool color glaze on top. Okay, so now that all of that has dried, what we're going to try, and I haven't tried this before, I bought this, oh my god, probably back in the 90s at Home Depot, I believe, and it's a glaze that is a colored glaze, like a mauvey pink. It's pretty cool. I am going to put that all over here, and hopefully it turns out. Otherwise, we're just going to have to repaint it, but I think it's going to be okay. I'm going to add a little bit of water on my brush, because this is pretty thick, and I don't know if it's supposed to be that way. No idea. Pretty cool. Then I have a rag, because you're going to put it on and then you're going to wipe it off. So, I'm going to go in just little sections at a time, because it's supposed to dry pretty quick. So what I did was just add some water to reactivate it, get some of that glaze off. So here is another color, and this one is in sage green. Try this. What I did was I put some water So I'm going to try the green in here. Okay, so we're going to try this again. So basically, I'm just going to take a little bit of the paint on the brush and I'm just going to go all over it like this. Add a little bit of water. Okay, so I'm just layering the colors. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Sloan dark wax, and I have some on my brush already. It's actually a lot on there, and I'm just going to put this all over. I'm going to drag it on. Okay, so now that we put the dark wax all over it and rubbed it in, I'm just going to take a little bit of sandpaper and rough up some of the edges on it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this is Amy Howard's clear wax. I've never tried this brand, so let's give it a go. And it will blend in some of the dark wax as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up all the wax, and then we'll come back and I might do white wash all over, so stay tuned. Okay, so I'm going to do another step. I just want to tone it down just a little, and the reason why I put the clear wax on is because I'm going to put a watered down white paint on top, and that way with the clear wax on there the paint doesn't seep in all the way, and you're able to get, you know, just a little bit of coverage on there, which that's what I want. So see how it beads up? And you want to take your rag and you want to dab it off. See how it gives it that whole different look? Okay, so now that we did all of that, it looks pretty good. I'm going to put on the finishing little highlights of gold, and this is just metallic luster that I get at Hobby Lobby. I think it's like $5 or something. So I'm going to paint some of these corners. Okay, I'm all done. I think it turned out pretty cool. What do you guys think? Make sure to leave me some comments below, and make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to stay updated on my latest videos. I do try to post a new one each week. So, what I'll do next is I will probably put a clear coat on tomorrow of the matte finish from Sloan, and that will do it. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. Till next time, everybody, I'm Donna from Donna's DIY. Bye for now.